I can, like, not have lipstick on my teeth in one of these videos, that would be great. Hey, what's up, witches? I'm so excited. I've been holding off on filming this video, and the anticipation and suspense is real because, true confession time, my husband and I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day because, honestly, I just don't care about it. It definitely is more one of those Hallmark holidays to me. So I would rather be in the kind of a relationship, and, like, I'm the kind of person where my, like, love language is just, like, small gifts and, like, acts of kindness and just little thoughtful things. So I would just rather show my love and appreciation for my significant other all throughout the year in little ways, and vice versa. Yeah, long story short, we didn't do anything for V-Day this year, but what I did end up doing is something that I always like to do and am a firm believer in, and that is treat yourself. So, that being said, I was doing one of my favorite things to do, which is scroll around on Etsy at midnight when I'm up late and impulse buy things I don't need, but something that I have had my eye on since A, becoming a Norse pagan, and B, just learning that it existed, was a Sailor Moon themed tarot card deck. As soon as I found out this was a thing that existed, I had to get my hands on it because, as you can see, I am a huge Sailor Moon fan. Got my little earrings on, rocking the space buns today. I've always wanted to do this hairstyle, but I never have before. I feel like I'm too old or like too much of an adult to rock space buns. It's like more of a younger millennial thing. Point being, who gives a shit about that? I'm gonna do whatever I want. And if I want to be cute and rock space buns, and I put little like press-on nails on for the first time. I normally don't do that because they're weird and awkward and you can't do anything with them, but I wanted to do an unboxing of the Moon Crystal Tarot that I ordered, so figured I would get extra super duper cute for y'all while I open this up and go through it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. I can't wait. Let's open her up. So, came with this little card. Another little cute thank you card. Oh, I have a bunny. And then the real meat and potatoes. Wow, look at this deck. It's so beautiful. The box that it came in is gorgeous. It just kind of opens up like that. Oh, it comes with its own little guidebook. That is lovely. Got this iridescent foil design on the inside as well. And we have Moon Crystal Tarot with all of the planetary symbols on the side there. The guidebook. I'm so excited. Alright. Ooh. Okay, good. I have the scissors right here. Let's do that. Hi. This is a little awkward, but here I am. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm really learning how to function with press-on nails. Just don't ask me to do anything actually useful or practical. Okay, it says, travel on a magical journey through the tarot with the Moon Crystal Tarot deck, based on the symbolism of the AE Weight Tarot, which is one of your basic standard tarot deck formats. Oh, this purple color is just so my aesthetic. Open up here. Yeah, I swear, I don't know if I'm just like that supremely clumsy or... Crisis averted. I only slightly ripped the box. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm kind of a klutz at the best of times, but yeah, I don't know, lately I can't even get a bag of chips open to save my life. But let's pull this out here. Oh, if that's not cute girly goth, I don't know what is. Oh, black cards with this beautiful purple rainbow ombre design on the back. Look at that. And then it also looks like the sides are foiled and iridescent. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It's so me. All right, let's take a look and see what we have here. So here we have the first card, Major Arcana, the Fool, and it's Serena / Usagi, who is definitely a bit of a immature crybaby at times, which, to be fair, so am I, so I resonate and definitely relate to her still, even now. But as you can see, it's beautiful hand-painted artwork. She's got Luna there with her. A little bag over her shoulder. So definitely seems to still be adhering to that classic Rider-Waite Tarot symbolism as far as the actual designs and pictures on the cards themselves are concerned, but featuring our favorite Sailor Moon characters. The Magician, which is Amy Sailor Mercury, very appropriate. She's definitely the brains of the bunch, and then she's holding all of the symbolic magician's tools, which in this case are magical items from Sailor Moon. She's got the Holy Grail, which is the chalice, and then sword, and then it looks like that's the moon crystal compact there, which is a star to symbolize the pentagram, and then she is next to that is a rod or a staff. So definitely still have all of those classic Wiccan / witchcraft archetypal tools present, which me not really deciding to go down the path of Wicca myself. I don't, because I didn't see a need or a want for all of those tools. Like, don't get me wrong, you know that we love our crystals and our shiny rocks and pretty things here, especially with me, but I just don't want to have all of that on my altar, and I don't know. It just wasn't my bag, baby. Ooh, look. Next we have Ray, my favorite Sailor Mars. She's always my favorite Sailor Scout growing up, as the High Priestess, dressed in that traditional temple priestess attire because she works at her grandfather's temple as a priestess. So you'll see her using a lot of like Shinto / Buddhist mantras and spells in her as part and parcel of her talents and abilities. And she also has kind of that like sixth sense or like sense of foresight you'll see in the show. So her being the High Priestess in this deck is very apropos. Empress, which is Serena Usagi in her Princess Serenity aspect. And then, of course, her counterpart, Tuxedo Mask / Endymion / Mamoru. Because in the Sailor Moon cosmos, we have, all of the Sailor Scouts or Senshi who each represent a different planet. And then we had Sailor Moon, who used to live in a kingdom on the moon, and she fell in love with Endymion, who was a prince from Earth. So we have some very archetypal stories and romances going on here. And then we see him in his Tuxedo Mask outfit as the Hierophant, which is interesting. So different dualistic aspects there. And then Sailor Venus, we see here on the Lovers card with the two cats, Luna and Artemis, symbolizing that duality. Oh, and then here we have Sailor Jupiter on the Strength card. She is definitely a warrior and fighter of the bunch, very headstrong, very independent. So seeing her on the Strength card, not surprising. And then my other favorite Sailor Scout, aside from Mars, was always Sailor Pluto here. She is the keeper of the keys, keeper of time, keeper of the gates of time and time travel. But in the show, it also meant that she led a very lonely, isolated life, not unlike the Hermit, because she was kind of the unknown Sailor Scout. No one even knew she existed because her sole job was just to exist in this liminal space, this dimension kind of outside our own, guarding the keys and the gateway to time, basically. So she has a very important job. Love her. Wheel of Fortune just sticks with the basic symbolism that you'll see in most decks here. So that's kind of one nice thing, is it's been, as much as I like having different decks to work with outside of the Rider-Waite and having different symbolisms to go to depending on which god or goddess I want to commune with, or just what mood I'm in that day, or kind of what I'm looking to get out of my readings. It's nice to have a variety, but at the same time, I definitely recommend starting with a Rider-Waite based deck, because so many decks go off of that common theme and symbolism. So it's nice to also see something that is like appeals to me enough that I will want to work with it on a regular basis, but also doesn't divert too much from that standard format, because, as I said, reading tarot and doing divination with tarot and runes, really, it's all very based in symbolism, archetypes, in that collective subconscious that, as Jung would put it, images and archetypes that our minds, our collective minds, are very easily able to tap into, no matter what country or culture or background you come from. Certain things and images just speak to us on a primal level, and depending on where you were raised and what culture you were in, it might say different things to you right off the bat. But the point is, it still goes off of those basic archetypes, so we do still have common symbolism for these major arcana cards, and then it also still seems to be using the typical suits in terms of the minor arcana. So we have Pentacles, and then an interesting thing, Sailor Saturn on the Death card. She's another cool one. So definitely a very interesting, creative, and still like dead on way of adapting these characters and tying them in to those archetypes as represented in these cards, which is very cool to see. So Sailor Neptune, water, is Temperance, and so this is a very water heavy card. Ooh, and then the devil. What do we have here? The devil. Looks like we have some Queen Helenia, the Negaverse, or Queen Beryl, as she was called in the original dub. And so we see her there chained to what looks like Mamoru and Demion, because in the first season she did try to enthrall him and steal Sailor Moon's man for herself. So we definitely see a lot of dark energy represented in this card, because the devil is about not so much like Satan himself as just those things he represents, those ties that bind us, those things that suck us into temptation and stagnation and addiction and appeal to our lower minds and just keep you trapped and stagnant. So that is definitely what that card represents overall. And so yeah, I'm just really intrigued and thrilled to see how they are tying the characters from the Sailor Moon show and comic into this. The tower, very interesting. Oh, it's Tokyo Tower. Okay, I've been here, you guys. Oh my gosh. Because, you know, you can't have a show, or especially an anime, set in Tokyo without at some point featuring Tokyo Tower, right? And so when I got to go to Japan back in 2019, we didn't get a chance to go up in the tower, which would have been cool. Or like, one thing I really wanted to do was just go like up in either that or the Sky Tree or somewhere, just to either be up in the tower at night and see that Tokyo cityscape all lit up like you see in the shows and whatnot. But I did at least drag everyone down to see the Tokyo Tower at night, because I at least had to do that. So that's really cool to see that the tower is represented by Tokyo Tower here. Now that I can be like, oh, I've been there. Ooh, the moon is one of my other favorites. Wicked Lady. Very cool, because the moon is definitely all about your subconscious, and I think you'll see she kind of turns into this character as part of that shadow self and subconscious self, that darker self that we don't want to admit, that we don't want to show everybody. It gets pulled out of her and brought to the surface, and so she kind of becomes that nega self, that shadow self in the Wicked Lady or Black Lady. But that was, I don't know, I love that character. She just appeals to my cute girly goth aesthetic. So, and then we see her in her light aspect. Oh, that's very cool. We see her in her dark aspect as the Dark Lady on the moon card, and then in her bright aspect as her true self, which is, you know, like Rini Chibi Moon. So very cool to see that different dualistic aspect of just that character represented in the dualistic aspects of these cards. Oh my god, I'm gonna be using this deck all the time, you guys. Look at that. That's so cool. Oh man. And then the world, we have Sailor Cosmos. So yeah. Ace of Cups is that Holy Grail chalice. Ooh, and then the Two of Cups, we have those twins. Wow. So this is very cool, because Cups is all about water and emotions, and Sailor Moon is definitely all about fighting the power of your emotions, taking happiness, sadness, whatever it is, and just, using that power. And I think one thing that really appealed to me about this show growing up and that whole like magical girl genre is that, they're cute, they're girly, they use like magic moon wands and pink sticks of like sugar heart wands and powers of love. They fight for love and justice. And I think not only me, but my patroness Freya can really get behind that. And because like one reason I wanted to take Freya as my patroness and really work with her is because like I am a girly girl, and you know what? That's not a bad thing. I think so often in our I think I hit the wrong button or something. Okay. I was up on my soapbox ranting about how one of the things that appealed to me, not only about this deck but about Sailor Moon in general, is that I remember they used to have the dub on Saturday mornings when I was really young growing up, and so my sister and I would get up super early. It was on at like 6 in the morning, so we would get up before my parents were even awake and go out and watch Sailor Moon. And at the time, it was just like an Americanized dubbed version, so I didn't even know that it was a Japanese cartoon. But I just think in today's society, so often we are told to look down on and reject anything seen as feminine and not take it seriously. So I want to embrace my girly side and stop rejecting it, stop looking down on it. Because I went through that phase, like I'm sure many girls did, where we were like, no, I hate pink. I don't want anything pink. Keep it away from me because it's a girly color, and I don't want to be seen like a girly girl, because feminine in a lot of circles is just code word for weak, for not serious, for not logical. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with being emotional. I'm a very emotional person. My moon is in Cancer. So yeah, I got a lot of wateriness up in here myself. And so I think part of my shadow work journey has just been learning to not suppress those emotions and not reject that emotional side or see it as a weakness or like craziness, because you know what? I am ruled very easily by my emotions, and I like cute, girly, pretty things, so soony. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I can still be a badass and kick your ass if I need to, so don't come for me. Don't let the cuteness fool you, because Freya is the goddess of love and beauty, but she's also like head bitch in charge, head of she's not a Valkyrie, but she gets first pick of the Valiant Slain even before Odin, so don't get it twisted. You can be pretty and still be like queen of the underworld, bad boss bitch, okay? Yeah, I just want to teach others, whether you be masculine, feminine, non-binary, wherever you fall on the scale of the whole gender construct thing. As the great RuPaul says, we're all born naked and the rest is drag. So I'm all geared up in my pretty girly drag today to present the pretty girly tarot deck. Let's see. The other interesting thing about this deck that I noticed just going through these cards and just from looking at the guidebook here is the one change that they have made in this deck is that instead of the suits, like you'll see in a deck of cards, it has like Jack, Queen, King, Ace, that type of thing, and then in tarot you'll usually see Page, Knight, and then Queen, King. In this deck, let's see if I can finish this, wrap it up before my phone runs out of storage space. Bottom line, Amy needs a camera, but instead of pages and knights, we have sisters and Amazons. And instead of Queen King, it's Junonian and Jovian, which comes from the Roman names for Hera and Zeus as king and queen of the Greek or Roman pantheon of gods. So I thought that was a cool spin. And as you can see, the Junonians or queens are the inner Sailor Scouts, and the Jovian or kings are the outer Sailor Scouts. So that's a really cool adaptation that they've taken with this deck. Sorry about all the jumps and craziness with this, as with all of my videos, I just film on my phone, so maybe one day I'll have a camera or something with some kind of storage capacity to where I can actually sit down and just film a whole long rambly video to my heart's content. But yeah, bottom line, I'm super duper excited about this tarot deck here. This is the Moon Crystal Tarot, and it is by Alexandra Aquilina. I bought it on Etsy. It's a bit expensive, which is why I was like kind of holding off on it, but it was on sale for Valentine's Day, so I decided to treat myself. Because you don't need no man to give you a gift. You don't have to wait for Valentine's Day. Treat yourself. So I treated myself with the Moon Crystal Tarot. I hope you enjoyed unboxing this deck with me. I really wanted to wait and unbox it on camera with you guys so you could get like my genuine brand new excitement reaction to it. So yeah. That about does it. I will see you guys next time, and yeah, I look forward to doing more divination and more tarot readings on my channel for you. So until next time.